Hey guys, and welcome back to World of Warships. I'm Highfly15, and it's been a while. How have you been? How are you? Is the cat doing alright? How about the dog? Say hi to your mom as well. Anyways, back to the actual thing. World of Warships. I am now going to start off with the thing, or the ship type, that you start out with. We're going to have a video on the cruiser type. You're going to start out with the Eri and the Katori. Katori has more HP, I believe. Yeah, definitely. And then you work your way down to wherever you want to go. Chikuma, Tatsumi, Tatsuta, Kuma. The Kuma is really good. If you want to aim for something like mid-tier, that's really good. The Kuma's really good. But at the US, if you go down the Erie, the Chester, and then you come to this beauty, just look at it. Look at the picture. It's a beauty. Well, mostly because it was just a ship. And MOAR came and they strapped guns on it. I don't even know if that's true. I'm just hearing stories of that's what they did with most ships when it suddenly came to naval warfare. But I have no idea, so don't trust me on that, alright? But what makes this ship so special? Why are you highlighting this one, Christian? Well, mostly because it has 14 artillery pieces. But where are they? You can't see them really. They're small. But it's those. There's one there on the top. And there's two there. There's one there. And one there. And then it splits into two again. And then we go up to the second one. And then we go back to this one. And the same thing on the other side. It has quite a lot of guns. Yeah. It shoots a lot. And as we can see here under modules, they deal, if you penetrate and get a good roll, it does 3,340 damage. Now, because it has tons of guns, you are going to be able to help even in tier 5 battles, which this ship can't get into. Even tier 5 boats should not take the St. Louis lightly, because it is just, you shoot all the time. The rate of fire on the guns are 7.5, and if you click and click and click and click instead of go click click, then you're gonna fire like doom 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 doom. You're gonna have a ship that's really good at hitting right where you want, because you can lead with every single shot you take. And you can react with every single shot you take. Of course, you can also just go boom and try and hit with all your artillery shells, which is also a good idea. It has 30,000 HP, which is really good. And this one just eats cruisers up. I'm going to show you 2 games with it. And yeah, but let's just jump straight into the battle. And here we are on the big race map. Now, the big race map is usually filled with higher tiers. I haven't really played this map with this low amount of ships. I usually say tanks because I'm still in the tank mindset. But yeah, ships. And as we can see, it's a very small battle. Lots of tier 2s and a couple of tier 3s, and me and Nitrix are in tier 3s. So this is totally not uncommon to get into these kind of matches. So I thought I'd just show you this one to show off just how insane the St. Louis is when it gets into matchmaking like this. And if you spawn north, it's not such a good idea to go south, because you are going to have to cross past this. This is an opening. If you can't see it, I'm going to highlight it on the in the video. Can't remember if you can see my mouse. Oh, and there's a tractor. Very nice. It's a little tractor. Small details. in this game, which is nice. One of the most played maps by me, because when I get destroyers, I spawn down here, just like these guys. But as we can see here, I'm gonna go north, and then I'm actually just gonna turn already here. I'm not gonna go super north. That guy has spotted me already, and I'm gonna take a hit here. Not much I could do to avoid that. And he's firing HE. Most people that are new, as we can see, low tiers, fire HE because they don't change to AP. They just fire what's first loaded in their first ships. And oh, got 2 hits on the other ship down there, and there's a Chikuma there. 3 times, it's not much. When you got a broadside of, I think it's 2,000, it's pretty decent. Gonna keep it low. Keep the crosshair as low to the waterline as possible. As you can see here, I'm keeping it like very low. Trying to keep it very low because the citadels, which are basically ammo racks, are located down here. So if you hit that, you're gonna do massive damage. Even if you don't hit it with something like the St. Louis, you're still gonna do lots of damage. But if you just get 1 shell in on one of those citadels, you're gonna do a whole lot of damage. 1100 damage at 56. Jesus Christ, that was very bad. Someone else takes him out before my shells can land on him, and still got 22 hits on him. That's really good. And this is where you can earn like lots of XP. Oh my god, I hit a lot on the mountain there. Let's see if we can take out this destroyer. It's really annoying. Small, fast, even low tiers hurt. So you want to take those out as fast as possible. Let's see here. He disappeared because he's too far away from me. He has a very good concealment rating. But he fired at me and therefore got spotted. Oh, there we go. Citadel hit 4,500. Only 1 hit to the Citadel, and I did tons of damage. See here, 1 more hit to 2 hits to the Citadel. That's 3,600 per shell there. I'm gonna keep trying to hit those low points, even if there's a mountain in the way. And this is because the enemy is targeted. The shots are gonna fly over it.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
I got told that in a mean way on one of Fly Daily's videos, just because it didn't really make sense to me, because Fly was aiming at the mountain. And, like, I didn't understand the crosshair, and how it's like a height and something indicator. So if you raise it more, you're gonna shoot higher because you're gonna try and reach further. But as you can see here, if I just try and shoot at it, like those people that responded very childishly, like basic physics is very hard, that didn't work there at all. So explain that one. Wait, you can't, because that's not whatever. And they didn't include the how the crosshair is also how high you aim with the gun. So I was just confused, asked a question, said that it really didn't make sense to me because he was aiming at the mountain. But childish commentators, you can't avoid them. They're everywhere. Whatever. St. Louis, tons of guns. This is the lowest tier with tons of guns. Like, when you get up higher, there are going to be less and less guns on the, well, not less and less, but there's going to be at least less than on the St. Louis here, because this is a very special tank. There's also the premium Aurora. I'm going to take that one out for a spin in another video, because it has something very special to it. The Aurora has the same amount of guns as the St. Louis, but there's a very, very big difference to it. Because the Aurora has almost, like, the cannons always point upwards, so it can shoot over the top of mountains. Like, if I aimed at someone on the other side of this mountain, maybe it could even fly over. I don't even know. I haven't tested it because I don't want to test stuff in real games. But the shells fly so high. It's insane. If someone is really close to a rock on the other side of a mountain, but you can shoot over it because it lobs the shell so high, you can hit them. It's pretty crazy. I'm going to show you in a future video. But yeah, just gonna try and terraform here. I can't fast forward because the replay system is not really implemented, but I have put put some special settings. Can't really discuss them because it would be breaking the NDA. Some poorly led shots there. He is actually pretty close for my guns to. And this is the good thing. Like when you click 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, you can fire over a whole area like that, and like you don't even have to lead your shots that well, but you still hit. So you have many chances of leading the target correctly, and that is actually the game. There's not. Well, I'm gonna hit. Actually, gonna hit. I think I'm gonna hit 2 more shots. No, I don't think so. Actually, that's another game. I'm looking at my replay files here, and that's a different game. So we're gonna stop it here, and we're gonna jump into a game where it's a bit more difficult tiers to go up against. I'll see you there. And bam! Straight on to Fault Line. This is another map that I really enjoy. I'm not that keen on the other map, actually. The big race. Because you can't really pass certain areas without being in the open for way too long. But anyways, because of the last match, which was super in our favor because me and Lars was in his battleship and I was in this one. So yeah, they didn't really stand a chance with that many low tiers against St. Louis. So yeah, it was pretty given that we're gonna win that one. But this time, we're in a tier 6 match. This is something that almost never happens. And we're up against Ektar and Necrocoil. And yeah, they're in tier 6s. Cleveland's, some of the best cruisers in the game, tier for tier. And they also have 2 Fusos, while we have 3 Congos. But we have an aircraft carrier. Now, some might say that this matchmaking is very bad because, hey, we have 2 more ships than they have. Yeah, but they have 2 tier 6 battleships. And to outweigh that, our team get 2 pretty tardy boats on their team. And yeah, Nitrix is talking in the chat, whatever, I don't know. But yeah, we can still do stuff, and that is the great thing about World of Warships, in my opinion. Even if you're tier 3 in a tier 6 game, you can still do a lot of stuff, because you have a lot of HP, as we can see. You have 30,000, and if we look around, we can see that the Cleveland, all the way over there, boop, right there, it has 35,000. It's 3 tiers higher, granted, and the guns on that boat are just insane. But I'm playing it safe. I'm gonna go through here. I spot a Kuma, which is a tier 4. As we can see down on the minimap, down here, this is the spotting range that you can see ships in. So I spotted him because he was in my view range. And the dotted line is the cannon, the range of your artillery. And if you're in destroyers, you get 2 of those because you have torpedoes. But I'm going to talk about that when I take those out for a spin, which is going to be next, because I really enjoy some of the destroyers. Some of the more, like, I actually like the Americans more than the Japanese right now. Again, spotting some guys through here. Might have been this guy, but there is an island in the way there. Maybe Nitrix spotted them as well, but yeah, you gotta be careful where you get spotted. The Kuma decided to go backwards towards the island in the back, and I'm just gonna sit here because I don't have the range really. And as we can see, there is a Cleveland coming this way, and it is Ektar. So I'm gonna go and sit right here so we can see. I am slowing down a little bit. You can see 17, 16, dropping the speed. Don't want to just go out into the open, because I am very small tier, so most of them can eat me alive. But Ektar is within my firing range, and I'm gonna unload lots of artillery shells on him. And this is something that you should do as well. Either you can sit by the like entrance to like a cave that you can escape quickly into, or you could like sit like I am and either reverse out of trouble quickly, or 2,700 very good shots, or you can like reverse backwards and reverse out of trouble. 2,400 there. I'm getting some really good shots on this Cleveland, and as we can see, I'm still doing some stuff in this matchup. 1,666 and 500, and right now I've reversed too much and I am out of range. 1,000 damage shot there. Still too far behind, so I can see none of my shots are coming up. As you can see here, Nitrix. I'm just gonna go through the middle. Whatever, don't care. And now Ektar is outside of my range, but Ektar, I am inside his range, so that's really bad. And he has his buddy down there, Necrocoil, in the back, also in his Cleveland. So this is very bad, and I just want to now get over here through this little passage, which is the fastest, instead of reversing and hiding behind the mountain there. Some good... Oh, nope. Some bad lead shots there. They didn't hit one hit, I think. Yep. And I landed 21 on Ektar. It's very good. And I'm actually thinking about... Here I thought about going over to HE, because with my guns, I would be able to knock out lots of his guns. But then I thought again that I wanted to do as much damage as I can, because as we saw, I got some 2,000, almost 3,000 damage shots on Ektar. So if I can put that damage into some of their highest tiers, that's really good. And I'm gonna go around here so we can see Ektar or Necrocoil is coming this way. I just checked for my backup, and my backup also consists of some pretty good ships. We got Nitrix in his battleship, we got a Cleveland and an Omaha. The Omaha has torpedoes, but they have very limited range, so I'm not gonna get much help from him. I'm gonna peek out here just to check if Ektar's coming. I'm slowing down once again because I don't want to go way too far out there. So we can see Ektar is right there, but he's coming into my range. So I am trying to just slow down completely, just wait for him to come to me. And this Cleveland, Necrocoil, is coming right for me. So I am able to just sit here and shoot at him, because he also has to deal with Nitrix, which we can see on the minimap is also able to shoot at him right now. And I think they want to take him down first. I haven't positioned my boat very well. Nitrix gets a very good shot on him, deals at least 5,000 damage there in that salvo. Necrocoil switches to me. Ouch. More shots coming in from Nitrix and the Cleveland and the other cruiser, Omaha. And Necrocoil also gets a very big salvo from me. 2,600 again. Very nice damage from this little St. Louis. And just retreating here, just to get out of harm's way. He has no way of hitting me now, because I am way too far behind this this mountain. He can't lob shells over the mountain. Maybe the Aurora could, but this one definitely can't. So I'm just going to peek out here, because it looks like he's trying to beach just to avoid damage, but he gets taken out by one of our, I think it was the other Cleveland actually. And then I take out a gun on Ektar. Then I'm just going to town. I'm really trying to do as much damage as I can, but this is not happening. There's not much damage happening. Again, waterline, 600, 200, 200, very low amount of damage. I really want to take him out really fast, because his secondary armament can really wreck me. But he writes in the chat that all his turrets are destroyed. So I'm just trying to yeah, not get rammed by him actually. Just trying to fire my turrets as fast as possible and take him down as fast as possible. But this is just, I'm not penetrating him. I'm not penetrating. All my shots are doing very little damage, like 200, 100. But maybe this one, maybe this salvo. There we go. And I take down a tier 6 Cleveland. Yes, his turrets were destroyed, but that doesn't matter. I'm a tier 3. Yeah. Let me have this. Let me have this, bastards. Very good salvo here on the Kuma, 3,200. Almost all of them hit that one. Only 2 missed. And I'm beached. And a Citadel hit. Just one of those was needed to do 3,000 damage. Gonna keep firing and get 2 more Citadel hits. 8,000 and then 3,000. So just aim for that waterline. I didn't even aim enough at the waterline right there. I should have aimed a lot lower actually, because some of my shots were flying a little bit too high, but aim for that waterline to get those Citadel hits. And but yeah, this is the St. Louis. Not much is going to happen in this match because, well, I'm slow, and that is one of the downsides to the St. Louis. But when you do get into the fight, and if you are in the like in a tier that is manageable, like tier 3 or 4, you're able to do so much damage. As you saw that Kuma right there, so we can see here on the enemy team list, the Kuma is right next to my name, and it is a tier 4, and he got absolutely wrecked by me. Even if he had fired back and hit me as well, my shells, my constant barrage of 8 shots just completely destroyed him. So if you want to go for something that's really insane and can handle the fact that it's pretty slow, then you should definitely go for the St. Louis. It is the last cruiser which only features guns in the American line. The next one has the Phoenix has torpedoes, the Omaha has torpedoes, and then we get up to the Cleveland, which then gets amazing AA instead of the torpedoes, which is, it's just fantastic. And after the buff, they just buffed the AA, and that basically nerfed the planes a lot. That's pretty crazy. I actually want them to nerf the AA again, because there was no problem with the AA on all the boats. It was decent, it was good, but because I think people complained too much about the like the torpedo bombers hitting battleships too much, so all battleships got a little bit more AA, but that meant that all the great ones, all the great AA boats also had to get better AA, because if the battleships have good AA by themselves, then there's no point to having support in the by the cruisers, which is a crucial thing. If you're driving a battleship and you platoon up, division up with a cruiser, then you can have really great defense against aircraft carriers, and then you don't have to complain about it and have Wargaming buff the AA. It's a little bit silly, but whatever. This was the St. Louis. Next time we're gonna take a look at some, well, both high tiers, not high tiers, tier 6 is not high tier, but higher tiers of boats, and it's gonna be the destroyers, and I'll see you on the high seas in the next episode.